What's up guys, welcome to Smartwatch series. In this video I am going to be comparing the Fitbit Versa 2 and Galaxy Watch Active 2. Which is better? You decide after watching this video. I have used these two smartwatches for a while right now, precisely over about 6 to 7 weeks now. Okay, I've used these two smartwatches about 6 to 7 weeks now, and I want to go head to head between these two. Which is a better smartwatch? Which is right for you? You're gonna be able to decide that after watching this video, hopefully. But before that, please, if you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and of course on the notification bell to get updates from me whenever I upload a video like this. Alright guys, let's head on straight to the video. Here we go. This is a Fitbit Versa 2 and this is a Galaxy Watch Active 2. The similarities between these two is that each of these is designed to track your daily activities, help you manage notifications from your phone, and very impressive long battery life. Not so long, but at least it will take you a couple of days before you need to recharge. You don't need to charge any of these every day, at least once in 2 days is okay. So guys, these are the similarities, what these two watches can do for you. Let's start with the design. Talking about the design, each of these two smartwatches is very lightweight. Okay, if you wear these to sleep or if you wear it for long hours, you never get to even notice it most times. These two are very lightweight and that is very good. Compared to the Galaxy Watch here, this is very heavy and bulky. Not the best kind of smartwatch for anyone with a thin wrist, a small wrist, per se. So these two smartwatches here are very lightweight, all thanks to the aluminum casing, and I will say that these two look very attractive in terms of being polished, well polished, as you can see. The Galaxy Watch Active 2 year and the Versa 2 year both look very polished and decent enough in design. And the bands you're seeing here, this is silicone. I think the Versa 2 band here looks more polished, looks more decent compared to the silicone here. This is elastomer presumably, and this is silicone. And each of these two is very lightweight. Okay, and one feature that differentiates the Active 2 year from the Versa 2 year is that the Active 2 year has a rotating bezel. Okay, and that makes it very easy to navigate. For instance, as you can see here, I can scroll through my list of features and all that just by, using the digital rotating bezel on the Active 2. Now, the Versa 2 year has only a single button here, which you can use to navigate the smartwatch, and the touchscreen support, which this one also has. So in terms of navigation, I think the Active 2 year gives you a better way to navigate the smartwatch. And let's talk about accessibility. When you talk about accessibility, the ease of accessing information that matter most to you on each of these smartwatches, the Galaxy Watch Active 2 year gives you more options with the widgets. Okay, these are widgets which you can use to access important information that matters to you, like calendar, music, and all that. It supports 15 widgets in maximum. Meanwhile, the Versa 2 year, you can just swipe up to see your fitness stats. Okay, you can add more of this from the Fitbit app, and you have the shortcut button here. You can use this to assign a shortcut to the Versa 2 year. And if you want to review your apps, you need to swipe through. Or with the Active 2 year, you don't need to do just that. You just need to swipe through your widget and you can get the most important information that you seek. One of those widgets that I like is the recent app widgets. This allows you to access the most recent app that you've just you've been to, and that is very interesting for the Active 2. So in terms of design, navigation, I think the Active 2 year wins the Versa 2. So guys, let's talk about the activity tracking features. Like I said initially, the similarities between these two smartwatches is that each of these will track your daily activities. Okay, but beyond that, the Active 2 year has more health tracking features than the Versa 2. Let's talk about the similarities in terms of fitness tracking. Each of these will track your steps, your sleep, your calories, your heart rate, and can help you to manage stress through the guided breathing feature. But the Active 2 has incidental fall detection and emergency calling. Okay, incidental fall detection can help you get help when needed when the watch here detects a hard fall. That is a feature the Versa 2 lacks. And another feature the Active 2 has is the ECG feature. I have the ECG feature right here. This can allow you to detect irregular heart rhythms, which are a common signs for atrial fibrillations. This is the ECG app here. As you can see, the Versa 2 lacks this feature. And that feature is the blood pressure, okay, which comes with the Samsung Health Monitor. This will allows you to track your blood pressure. Before you do that, you need to calibrate the smartwatch with a traditional cuff. There's a video to that in the link in the description. Alright guys, that is another feature the Versa 2 lacks. Another big feature that the Versa 2 lacks, which is present on the Active 2, is inbuilt GPS. Inbuilt GPS is what the Versa 2 lacks, but present on the Active 2. With inbuilt GPS, I don't need to carry my phone along every time I go out for outdoor workout activities. I just have to just wear only my Active 2, and the Active 2 does a pretty nice job. Say for instance, look at this activity I tracked. Okay, I want to test this out. So look at my record workouts. I will go to this week. Okay, and as you can see here, I can view logs. Okay, and each of these logs shows my routes directly on the Active 2, which is not possible with the Versa 2. These are my routes. Okay, unlike the Versa 2 where you need to open the Fitbit app, it lacks inbuilt GPS, so therefore if you want to check out your routes in order, you must open the Fitbit app. That comes with its own inconveniences. Now let's talk about the preloaded workout modes. The Active 2 has more preloaded workout modes compared to the Versa 2. While this has 39 preloaded workout modes, the Versa 2 has just 20. And guess what? You can actually choose which of these workout modes that you want to actually engage in directly from the Active 2. Meanwhile, if you want to choose a workout mode apart from the ones you've assigned, for instance, this is my shortcut. I have exercises here. Let me just go back and show you the exercise app here. You go to the exercise here and it opens up. This is my list of workout, and I am only allowed to add only 7 workouts at a time on the Active 2. Meanwhile, on the Versa 2, Meanwhile, on the Active 2, you can have all these workouts here. You don't need to even reach out to your phone if you want to choose the workout that you want to engage in. Now that's a big plus for the Active 2. So therefore, in terms of health tracking features, I will say the Active 2 wins big time over the Versa 2. And when you talk about accuracy, I think the Active 2 is a bit more consistent in tracking my steps. Let's compare this with the Uber Band 4 Pro, which I've had for a while right now, and the Active 2 and the Uber Band 4 Pro were very close in terms of tracking my steps. The Versa 2 also does a good job at that, but I think this is more consistent. So guys, I think the Active 2 is a better health tracker than the Versa 2. Now let's talk about the TIZEN OS versus the Fitbit OS. The TIZEN OS has more features, it's rich, it gives you a lot of freedom from your phone here. You don't need to reach out to your phone every time. Okay, from the Galaxy Wearable app, you can manage the features of the Active 2, and from the Fitbit app, you can manage the features of the Versa 2. But with TIZEN OS, there are a lot of things you can do here which you cannot do on the Versa 2, so you don't really need to access the Galaxy Wearable app to do certain things. So one of those features is that the Active 2 allows you to take screenshots. Okay, with the Active 2 you can simply take screenshots by just tapping on this lower button here, holding on to it and swiping right. and this can be tricky, okay, but that is just what it is. But there we go, guys. I've just taken a screenshot and it automatically sends the screenshot to my phone. Now you can do that with the Versa 2. Another feature is that the Active 2 with the recent app widgets we talked about initially allows you to get access to those important information that matter to you. Now this is my recent app widgets, and this is very interesting if you want to access what's so important to you at any moment. Now let's talk about the power off feature. With this button here, I can easily power off the Active 2. But to power off the Versa 2 here, I need to swipe through to the settings app to power off the Versa 2, and that for me is a big turn off. And this is from here I can power off the Versa 2. So that is a very bad one. Now you can also install apps from the Active 2, which you cannot do with the Versa 2. With the Active 2 here, I can go to the Galaxy store. As you can see here, both of these watches have Wi-Fi. So once it's connected to Wi-Fi, I can install apps directly from the Active 2 here, which I cannot do with the Versa 2. Now you can see the feature, the essential, the watch faces and all that. I can add watch faces directly from this place as well. So you can see the top free apps and all that, and I can choose to show this on my phone. This is a feature that the Versa 2 lacks. Now you can access the internet also from the Active 2. You cannot access the internet from the Versa 2. The Active 2 here with the Samsung internet browser app, you can easily browse through the internet. This is the Samsung internet app. Okay, when I open this app, it allows me to browse some of these pages like the Instagram page. Now let's talk about the media feature. The Active 2 here has a loudspeaker, which the Versa 2 lacks. Okay, the Versa 2 doesn't have a loudspeaker. Both of them have a microphone, which allows you to access with Bixby for the Active 2 here and Amazon Alexa for the Versa 2. But the Versa 2 here lacks loudspeaker, and because this Active 2 here has a loudspeaker, I can actually answer call from this smartwatch once I'm connected to a Bluetooth enabled headphone, or I could actually speak directly to it by turning on the loudspeaker, which is a very nice feature. And again, I can play music, okay, aloud anywhere. Okay. This is a feature that the Versa 2 lacks, okay, and this is very interesting. Now I can increase the volume from here. The volume, this is the highest volume, and I think the sound is pretty okay. It's pretty nice. So this is a feature that the Versa 2 lacks. Now let's talk about notification management. Now each of these allows you to manage notification, like I said initially. From the Versa 2 here, when you swipe down, you can access your notifications, okay? Now there's no notification right now because I just finished reading that, and you can reply to notifications from here with custom replies. And this smartwatch allows you to reply with custom replies with a maximum of 5 custom replies, okay, which you can find in the Fitbit app here. I'm gonna go to the Fitbit app, and you can just go to the Versa 2 here, and you can go to notifications, and you can go to quick replies, and you see we have we'll check the default replies here. So yes, there is a default replies. You have the default replies. That's a total of 5 custom replies. Okay, you can customize this, but you can add more, and then you can also reply with emojis. But with the Active 2 here, you can type your replies directly. Okay, this is a message I just received right now. I can reply with my voice. You can also reply with your voice on this. Okay, I can reply with emojis. Okay, and with the latest Samsung OS, you can actually send them AR emojis and Bitmojis directly from the Active 2. Now I can also type and reply to messages directly from the Active 2 here. As you can see here, Okay, it's a write text by hand. So you can just choose what you want to say. I'm bringing up this. Coming. I'm going to choose the keyboard. Okay. So from this keyboard here, you can type a reply, and this will automatically send a reply to the notification I just received. Okay. And one other thing again is that the Active 2 year allows you to view chat history. That is not possible with the Versa 2 year. Versa 2 year only shows you the notification, but it does not allow you to view chat history. So as far as notification is concerned, the Active 2 year gives you far way more options to reply to notifications compared to the Versa 2. Now let's talk about battery life. In terms of battery life, I had these two charged full, and I had to wear these two consistently. I had the same number of apps turned on for notifications and all that. And the Versa 2 year actually has a longer battery life. Okay, it has, let's say, a day plus longer battery life compared to the Active 2. When you turn off location here, because the Active 2 year has inbuilt GPS, and this, of course, contributes to the battery drain on the Active 2. So when you turn off this, I can tell you that these two perhaps will definitely have the same battery life, because this is always turned on the Active 2 when I compared the battery life of these two. But this one here lacks inbuilt GPS, and I think that's why it has a longer battery life. So in terms of battery life, these two smartwatches here have about the same battery life. So guys, a recap of what we talked about right now. In terms of design, these two look very lightweight and good. In terms of navigation, the Active 2 year gives you better ways to navigate. Now when you go to the fitness tracking features, the Active 2 year has ECG as incidental fall detection, blood pressure monitoring, inbuilt GPS, and more preloaded workout modes compared to the Versa 2. And when you talk about the TIZEN OS versus the Fitbit OS, the TIZEN OS is a more sophisticated OS than the Fitbit OS. There are a lot of features that things you can do with the Active 2 which you cannot do with the Versa 2. In terms of media, the Active 2 year has a loudspeaker which the Versa 2 year lacks. Okay, and I forgot to mention, you can easily add music to the Active 2 year from the Galaxy Wearable app. When you go to the Galaxy Wearable app, this is the Galaxy Wearable app. Okay, I forgot to talk about that. This is the Galaxy Wearable app. When you go to this app, you can easily add content to your watch from here. Okay, but with the Versa 2 year, you can only add content from your computer, and that is a very long process and a big turn-off. Now in terms of notifications, the Active 2 year gives you more ways to manage notifications compared to the Versa 2. In terms of battery life, these two have about the same battery life. So my verdict, this year the Active 2 is a more comprehensive smartwatch than the Versa 2. So guys, it's up to you to decide which is the better smartwatch for you. And I must mention that the Active 2 year will cost you a little more than the Versa 2. Mind you, there are newer smartwatches, newer successors to this. The Galaxy Watch here now has a Galaxy Watch 3, which has a higher RAM compared to the Active 2 year. And there is a Versa 3 which now has a loudspeaker and a wider display, as well as an inbuilt GPS which is lacks. That will cost you more money. So guys, who wins in this for me is the Active 2. Alright guys, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Until next time, goodbye.